weather team you can trust. Here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Snyder.
So about a half hour ago from this vantage point here, we had the biggest, brightest rainbow just on the right side of the screen, which also implies we had some rain nearby. Now that is long gone, obviously. One lonely little puffball of a cumulus cloud making its way on through. Otherwise, blue above, blue below, sun's out. It's a nice late afternoon at this hour. 79 degrees current temp at the Rochester airport. Not maybe as nice as the fact that it is really humid at this hour. Dew point very close to 70 degrees, which on a day like today when the air temp is nowhere near 90, you know, obviously we feel this, but it's not nearly as relevant as what it's going to be tomorrow when the air temperature is at 90 degrees, because now we start driving that heat index up into the lower and middle 90s. First things first, we got the heat advisory tomorrow. You could probably deduce the night in the morning here leading into some of that heat is going to be noticeably warmer. I'm thinking we're dropping into the upper 60s. That's it. Highs tomorrow, either side of about 90. There's going to be pockets of low 90s showing up. But again, with that humidity, the feels like the heat index is probably the bigger driver, low to mid 90s there. But it's a one-day affair. That's it. There is no chance we have any heat advisory criteria going into the weekend. If we're lucky, we'll barely get to 80 on Saturday. And by Sunday, you're not going to see 80 degrees again in Rochester for a pretty long stretch. And that includes the entry of the new month of August, by the way. Satellite and radar. So what prompted that rainbow there from Ontario Beach Park was that tiny shower. It's faded away. It's gone. Farther off to the southeast, we told you a lot of these are going to start to collapse as we get closer towards sunset. We are almost at the point of a rain-free western New York. Bigger issues with more robust thunderstorms working their way closer toward New York City. We're not going to have to deal with any of that. Now, at this point, with all of the additional rain that we got last night and this morning, can you believe the airport's picked up more than half a foot of rain so far this July? This is now the 8th wettest July we've ever had. And I'm going to tell you now, with the wet weather we got coming in late tomorrow and Saturday, we're going to jump probably that one and that one. Pretty easy. I think we're going to end up at about number 6 before this is all said and done. Future view tonight, clear things out, drop those numbers into the upper 60s. Tomorrow, obvious first headline is that heat. Our in-house model says we get to about 91, 92. Now, what I want to watch is off to the west here. So in setups like this, where we're on this edge of a ridge of high pressure, what often tries to happen is storms blow up. It's hot, it's humid, it's unstable, we've got a lot of fuel. Where does that blow up happen across the Great Lakes to our west? Where, when, and how strong are they are going to be 3 really important questions as that energy marches eastward. We suspect at some point Friday night into early Saturday, we're going to deal with another one of these lines racing their way on by. Good things with this, it's the middle of the night, not the middle of the day. The bad things, that doesn't always preclude the possibility that you could still get a few strong storms in there. So for now, let's call this a lower end threat for some severe weather Friday night into early Saturday. Once that gets on out of here, we'll see what Saturday wants to do. I still think there's going to be a couple of showers and storms around. Not a washout or a bust of a day, and Sunday is gorgeous. If you love Sunday, look at the second half of that 8-day forecast. Highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s. I think you go to places like Olean, the high terrain, you're going to have temps dropping into the 40s at times next week.